Hello, hello, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Goretti and I am the counselor at Butterfly Project. Today, I wanted to talk about something that I am actually quite passionate about. And I know I did a video on manifesting, but, talking about Thanksgiving that we're having this weekend in Canada, talking about gratitude, it kind of brings up this topic about energy. So I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into that. This might not be something for everybody, but science has already proven that we are energetic beings, kind of like a radio tower. We're putting out that energy. I did do a video about heart intelligence, right? And that's part of it. So whatever we think kind of sends, signals out there, as well as whatever we feel and believe, which comes from our heart space, sends signals out there. So if you don't believe in this, that is fine. It is a universal law, just like gravity. So just like gravity, if you don't believe in it, you can test that out, right? But energy is something that is happening all of the time. So we are energetic beings, right? And here's a little kind of test. If you don't really believe, to kind of prove my point is, let's say, and everybody's, I think everybody's experienced this because people have, that I know have talked about it. But let's say you start thinking about somebody that you haven't thought about in a long time. And all of a sudden you start seeing, their name pop up, or maybe you see their picture somewhere, like on social media, all of a sudden they pop up, or they send you a message, or you run into them. This happens all of the time for people, especially for me. And the more you're kind of consciously aware of it, the more it'll happen. So that's what I'm talking about, is the energy that you're sending out. So the video that I did for Thanksgiving, you should watch that because it kind of applies to this. But I want to share this again, the book called Think and Grow Rich. I absolutely love this book. And it is something that really kind of explains this in a little bit more detail. But whatever energy you're putting out there, okay? I'll use another example. Have you ever had those days where you wake up and you're just feeling good and you're positive and everything goes perfect in your day? Then you have those days where you wake up and maybe you didn't have the best sleep, or, something happened when you got out of bed, or you got a message or a phone call that really upset you, and everything in your day goes wrong. That is because of energy. Okay, that is the energy that you're putting out. That is why it is so important to start your day off on the right foot. That's why there's that saying, right? So start your day off, with, maybe doing your gratitude list. Maybe it's, calming yourself, doing deep breathing. Maybe it's doing your affirmations. I teach all my clients this, but all of these things, doing deep breathing, all of this kind of stuff to get you calm, get you centered, start, getting those positive thoughts flowing. Once you start doing this, it kind of sets the tone for your day. Your day will be different because of it. And that's energy, right? So with energy, whatever you focus on, whatever you put your focus on, is going to expand. And I believe it was Albert Einstein actually that talked about this. And I don't have a quote on hand about it, but if you look it up, I believe that he talks about this, where he, kind of proves the whole point, right? So whatever we focus on is going to expand. So if you're focused on problems, if you're focused on lack, if you're focused on not having, whatever it is that you're focused on, unfortunately, it's going to expand. If it's a negative thing, you're going to get more negative. If it's a positive thing, you'll get more positive, right? So this is also where being solution focused is really great. And that's what I kind of practice, with my clients. But so we are energetic beings, okay? Think of us kind of like those radio towers, right? Sending out signals, and we're also magnets for things. So just like when you're thinking about that person and then you hear from them or you run into them, Well, that is because you sent out that energetic signal and now you're this magnet drawing it in. This is a universal law. Okay. It's called the law of assumption, law of attraction. There's so many different names for it. Take what resonates. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same thing. Okay. This book, Think and Grow Rich, actually goes a little bit deeper into details about this. I don't want this video to be long. I just wanted to let you guys know, pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to what your energy, your vibe, what you're putting out there, right? Have you ever noticed when you have a really good vibe, good things happen? When you have a bad vibe, bad things happen. When you have a good vibe, you draw people into you. You draw good situations, good things to happen, good luck, good karma. All these things happen for you. People are drawn to you. Opportunities are drawn to you. But then when you have this bad energy, right? Negative energy, anxious energy, things start to happen, bad things start to happen, you repel people, no opportunities come in. And then, guys, it's that domino effect, right? All these terms that we've had over, centuries, they're there for a reason. The domino effect is because whatever you focus on persists. Whatever you focus on expands. So that domino effect, if you've got that bad energy, if you've got that negative vibe going out there, guess what? It's just going to be negative after negative after negative after negative. But if you have that positive after positive after positive after positive. I always use this example because it is like the easiest to explain it. But when people are in love, they're on that love drug in the beginning, right? And so when people are in love, you'll notice you're like, everything's working out for that person. They're on a roll. Like all these good things keep happening. Yeah, because their vibration is so high, right? If you haven't watched that video I did, on the heart intelligence and vibration, right? The scale of vibrations talks about that, but love is really high up on that scale, right? Which is why when people are feeling in love, that's why all these like amazing things start to kind of happen and roll into their life. So I just want to remind you guys that you are energetic beings, that you are, affecting your life with your energy. So if things aren't going so great for you, let's do a little test, okay? Let's do a little challenge. For the next week, try this. For the next week, try to focus on positive only. Try to focus on, what you do have, what you're grateful for, what you're thankful for. And, whenever those thoughts of lack or, fear, anything comes in, we're going to shift the focus. Try to start your day off and also end your day, because it's important before we go to bed. We're going to marinate in that all night long. So it's important before we go to bed to also make sure that we've got those good thoughts. Okay. If you have things that you need to do or are worrying about, I always tell people, write a list down beside your bed, get it out of your mind so that you can actually have a good night's sleep, so it's not bothering you or waking you up. Okay, so when we are ending our night with that good energy, right? Thinking about what we're grateful for, getting all that negative out of our mind, putting it on paper so we're not, marinating in it all night or being woken up throughout the night. Starting our days off with, positive things, feeling really good, thinking, good thoughts, thinking those good affirmations, writing that gratitude list, doing deep breathing to kind of, center yourself, taking time to get out of bed, maybe doing some of your morning, things before looking at social media or your emails or phone calls or whatever it is, because sometimes that can really throw us off, right? So making sure that you're starting your day on that positive note, okay? And then watch what happens to your day. And throughout the day, focusing on, remembering that statement of whatever you focus on expands, whatever you focus on persists. So pay attention. You know, I also did a video on mindfulness if you want to watch that, but pay attention to what you're thinking. Pay attention to what you're feeling. What, you know, vibe are you putting out there? What is the energy that you're putting out there? Because guess what? We're magnets for that. You're going to just attract more of that into your life. So what is it that you want and don't want? If you don't want something, stop looking at it. Stop thinking about it, right? We're only going to focus on what we do want. And something else, if that is too hard for you, depending on your situation and circumstances and what you're going through, I always tell people, you know, at least focus on yourself. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on doing what's best for you. Focus on, you know, the love that you have for you. Focus on, you know, the physical things about you that you have, like your breathing, your heart is pumping, you're thinking, right? You're able to move, you got out of bed, life is good, right? In that sense, because we don't realize what we have until it's taken away from us. Okay, I have been through many things in my life, you know, financially, relationship wise, you know, health wise, and then I realized that I took, you know, things for granted, right? And so it's important for us to focus on what we do want, remembering that we're putting that energy out there and we're magnets for it as well. So don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do want, or focus on what is positive in your life and watch your life change. Do this for a week. Just try it. I promise you, you'll see a difference. I do this with my clients and they're just amazed. Like a few days in, they're, you know, messaging me saying like, oh my God, my life has totally changed, right? Just try it. Okay. And if you're interested, read this book. It goes, you know, deeper into it. But I hope that this was helpful for you guys. Remember that we are energetic beings. Okay. And if you are interested in this, I am going to start talking a lot more about it. I have a bunch of things that I'm also working on in regards to this that I will be doing that I'm super excited for, but it's not going to happen right away. I still have to do a lot of behind the scenes things as well as some other things that I'm working on. But I'm hoping to have everything kind of rolled out for the new year. And possibly even sooner. So we'll see. Yeah, hope this was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to do all the things like share, subscribe, comment down below. I'd love to have you here as part of this ever-growing butterfly community. I love reading all of your comments, and you know, share this with anybody that you think it might be helpful for. If you want to work with me, I always have my information in the description box below. You can message me. That's kind of the easiest way, is to, you know, email me. And yeah, so don't forget, focus on what you want. All right, my loves. And as always, I wish you all peace, love, and light. Until next time. Bye-bye.